Hi. Welcome back to the second recording of this episode with our very special guest. He's got a special haircut, a cheeky little smile. He's full of levity and wit.
Are you nervous?
Is it audible?
Yeah, the show's called Kids Sometimes Eat Toast.
Sometimes.
Kids eat toast sometimes. But anyway, he's a television presenter who's a bit too cocky. He's Grant Hinds. Welcome to the show.
Hinds?
Fuck.
Hinds.
Where's the research in this?
Where's the research?
Hinds, like the tomato sauce.
To be honest, I'm going to roll the dice because I'm not going to ask him how to pronounce it. And I lost out.
We had a long discussion just before you came. Hinds. And I was like, did you not watch an interview?
Like I said, the prep has been questionable. You are South African?
Yes. What?
Question mark?
You are
you human?
You're a human being?
No, but Grant, it is an honor to have you on the show. And Grant, I remember, so this was back in 2018, but I remember watching a video that you did with Casper.
Yes.
Which was brilliant. Where you met Chris Pratt. I think it was on the set of Jurassic
World
2, yes.
You need to get this. Jurassic Park is the greatest film of all time. It cannot be confused with Jurassic World as a series.
So it was on the set of Jurassic Park, right?
Jurassic World?
You just got a bit of... Oh, no. I was about to reference some jokes from our previous podcast, but of course that makes no sense.
Oh, everybody knows that we did this podcast and then it cut out.
No, we're big on transparency, big on authenticity. So yeah, full disclaimer, I fucked up the audio, so...
It might be there, you just don't know.
I just don't know, exactly.
Somewhere on the computer. But how was it meeting Chris Pratt?
It was very cool. Like one of these things with press junkets, that was the second time, firstly, that I have met him, which is really cool. I met him with the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 thing, and...
Sorry. I don't know. I was just maybe getting a bit bored of all the name dropping over here.
Oh, okay.
I'm only joking. This is
the
awesome.
best person I've interviewed was Will Ferrell. He was great.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
For real? You've interviewed Will Ferrell?
We did a skit with him, yeah. So I directed it.
My goodness, I need to find that.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
The third podcast.
I thought you were tired of the name dropping. I was just testing that theory out. But yeah, it was cool because we're on the set of, Jurassic Park. It was the Universal Film Studio. So to me, that's where like my childhood was made. And that's a huge deal for me, more so than the stars that act in the movies because... Yeah. Literally, my childhood was built on Jurassic Park, which is the greatest film ever made. And if you have not seen it, then...
What are you doing? Go watch it. But
what did you like about Chris Pratt? Because some say he's not the most huggable individual.
Look, I don't judge people's personalities based on those press junket events because they're press junkets and they're working. You literally have 20 minutes to half an hour with this person whose job it is to be nice and to talk well about the film that they're in. So, and they're actors.
Sure.
Right? That's their job. So you're not their friend. That space is not necessarily for you. So I just kind of I had a good time with him, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's the best I can offer.
So there were some awkward moments, like the hugging sequence. That was a part of the.
We'll put it on the screen, but
we can.
Let's have I want to have a proper look at this, Clodog, because you've done your deep forensic research.
I've done my deep forensic research.
Give a hug. You thought there's a possibility.
I just like how you went straight in for old mistakes.
Look, she
said give a hug.
Yeah, she's the one who actually offered me the hug.
Exactly, yeah.
Never know where Chris has been. So,
and this was back in 2018. This was before COVID, but still, you don't know where he's been.
Yeah.
He is like literal proof that you can change your life because, I mean, I know he's an actor, guys. I get it. But Chris Pratt in Parks and Rec, he was just like the slob versus Guardians of the Galaxy, leading man, action hero, looking kind of sharp, Chris Pratt. Is that your... Hopefully that's my similar rise.
Muse.
That I get away from this homeless look and...
So you're Parks and Rec now. Guardians later?
Yeah, I'm Aziz Ansari, Parks. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so we're going to move to one of my favorite part of the show where we ask. Oh no! Of course, show and tell first.
Apparently, your viewers like having people bring in toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the Chris Pratt stuff at all. I literally brought this in because it was by the door, and I had you asked me to bring in something interesting, and this is the toy that Chris Pratt gave me. So it's got a cool story behind it, and it makes dinosaur noises. It's very cool. It's got an articulating tail
And everything.
I didn't know it did that.
Wow.
It roars.
Oh my goodness.
You see, the one sound is it like it's diarrhea sounds, but that's it. You finally worked out how to use your toy.
I think I broke the leg.
Oh no.
Sorry, Chris.
Would you pipe down?
It's calling for its people.
Sorry, Chris, but more sorry to the people that really invest in the podcast only, the audio. That must have been a wild 45 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I brought in a T-Rex figurine that makes noises for children, and I was as fascinated as a 5-year-old.
It was beautiful to watch. But my actual favorite part of the show is when my gran, she makes a question for every guest.
Okay.
And so this is her one for this week for you, because when I showed her a picture of you, she had a chuckle first, and then she said, ask Grant if the carpet matches the drapes.
They don't.
Okay.
Because
Sorry, Gran.
putting bleach... Tell your gran that she shouldn't put peroxide near her groin. I don't think I had to say that in the last, ever. Don't tell your gran to put peroxide in her groin. Very bad.
She's 93, so I think she's probably worked this out at some stage of her life.
Well, we hope so. But a question like that is very it makes me wonder if she's thought any of this through.
Oh, she got dementia, Grant.
She got what?
Dementia.
Oh.
No.
Just joking. She's got Alzheimer's. A little bit more fun. No, she's very with it. She's the best gran in the world.
He is joking.
She posts these things to her WhatsApp status. It's the only time KETS is shared on WhatsApp. And we love you for it, Mug. So thank you. And stop asking these sexual questions. Our guests have had enough.
But you can give me a call. Sam's got my number.
I do. It's my most prized possession
and
at
Grant's
the
got a
moment.
fiance, so...
Wow.
Well, 92. I mean, she got a big estate.
She's more experienced with everything. That is disgusting.
Why are we talking about having sex with your gran? I didn't think when I accepted the invite to this podcast, I didn't think that was going to be a topic of
my
conversation.
identity.
Speaking of debatable, disgusting stuff,
Yes.
Sam wants to know why you are the way that you are and why do you eat rusks the way that you do?
Okay, so it's the best way to eat rusks. I have rusks and I dunk them into coffee, but I submerge them.
What's coffee? I've never tried that before.
Coffee. It's when you burp in between saying a word and you got to hold it down. When you go to 36, peppers don't agree with you in the same way. No, so it's you take the rusk and you submerge it, right?
Yeah.
This is the best part. It soaks up the flavor of the coffee, right? Like tiramisu, like boudoir biscuits soak up espresso in a tiramisu. So it's not that weird. You might think it's weird. It's not that weird. And then you eat it out with a teaspoon. What is weird is when people take their fingers and they dunk them in the top of the cup and they get their fingers full of coffee. That's disgusting. You don't want salty fingers in your coffee and COVID and what else is in your hands. That's just not good.
Just leave it in.
But you just don't want that on your coffee. You want to make sure that you can just dig it out the bottom with a teaspoon. And then when you finish your packet of rusks, you want to make sure that you take the crumbs, not the cum, and then you put that at the bottom and you eat it like it's tiramisu, especially really nice if you have a bit of sugar with it.
I was going to say, I think maybe we should just all donate the end of... no.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I've been villainized,
for
I feel, in
people-
this podcast.
Why?
Have you donated cum before?
Many a time.
Okay.
A Red
Do you
Cross
reckon good-
Children's Hospital. Every time. That is a step too far. Apologies to those watching and listening.
I hope you're editing that out.
No, we after this catastrophe, no editing.
No, you must edit that out. Or your podcast may not exist.
No. Oh, It's the little cancel bites making their way into my throat. Chloe, you actually had a wholesome question because you need to save the show.
Oh, yes. Well, talking...
I need to save the show.
Yeah.
I will save the show.
We touched that you've got a... We touched on
Chloe,
the fact,
save the show. Don't make it worse again.
the fact that you've recently gotten engaged. You've
Yes.
got a fiance. But you also bought her a star.
Yes.
You sound very scared. It's not that scary. I just wanted to know, how do you go about buying a star?
Yeah, super easy.
And Samuel, pay attention to this.
How? This is a bit of a surprise to me as well because this is too high a standard of boyfriendy.
It's very cheap. It doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's very impressive, and everybody on the internet thinks that you're a king.
Okay.
It's very expensive, and it's very important that you get the most expensive star. And you tweet it out and you Instagram it, and you tell everybody so that everybody thinks that you're a really nice guy deep down inside when you're actually just covering the fact that you're not.
Well, is that a line from Eminem? That's
No. I'm sorry. I was trying to give advice. The idea is you can buy a star. It's not official, by the way. It's just a star registry. They're actually relatively inexpensive because there are as many stars in the universe as there are sands on the beach.
okay.
There are as many stars in the universe as there are signs on the beach.
It's the Learning Channel with Casper. Welcome to algebra.
Casper de Vries, perhaps, or was that what you were going with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, these children, they know what the math is. They learn it on the TubeViews.
Jeez.
But now we used to do it on SABC3.
Grant asked me before the show why he's struggling with certain audio issues. I think now we know.
I'm sorry for everybody that was listening to the car. If somebody was driving next to you, wave down and just be like, yo, I know my algebra. Are you my algebra? You love a pun.
Yeah, I do. That T-shirt pending.
Yeah.
T-shirt pending.
Mark Lotrin will get behind that. As
You
he'd
can't
get
because
behind-
you're my algebra.
Okay. I was gonna make a gay Mark Lotrin joke, but
You're making a homophobic joke.
No, not a homophobic joke. Just a gay joke.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay, say it out of context, and we'll review whether it's appropriate or
Yeah,
not.
Dory, we know Mark, so
Yes.
it's okay.
Pepper that in. No.
I have a black friend. Continue. That's what that sounds like.
Come on, Chloe. You were supposed to make the show better.
I'm
but
going to
anyway,
save
because I said no, it's a T-shirt idea Mark could get behind, and then I was going to say he'd like to get behind me.
No.
Look, I don't think it's homophobic.
No, it's just a bad joke.
Yeah, it's 6 out of 10.
Fucking, there's my matric aggregates. I'll take it.
Yeah, pass. If it was 3.5, it would be great. 35%, let's go.
Whoa, we are bringing some heavy energy to this episode, an energy I like.
Yes, yes. I
Si.
mean, who doesn't?
I mean, I'm bilingual, so if you want to speak Spanish to me, sí.
So you speak Spanish and English as bilingual.
Sí, señor. No more questions, though.
After watching Money Heist, you think you could...
Yeah. Yeah, I know Spanish now.
think you can gooi.
It's like getting into the Matrix and
But look,
Money Heist.
our professor, he was always doing this, and he was always being so damn clever and sexy. Didn't actually like Money Heist. We said it's like, I'm down over here.
I got really bored in Money Heist.
Exactly.
I stopped after 2
It was
episodes.
so bad. I wish we'd stopped after 2 episodes. We watched 3 seasons.
You hate yourselves.
Yes, but it's just because you just get sucked in. You like, who's gonna have sex with who? It's just crazy.
Isn't it about stealing money? Where the sex
No,
come in?
it's not.
No, because it's so Spanish, and I feel like there's a slow loading.
I'm worried
But
about
they
you,
also
man.
they were big time
houses-
colonizers, and conquerors. So I think they kind of lost their
So we punching down now?
yes.
No, I
on the
think
conquistadors.
a big part of what we found in Spanish, I don't know, in Spanish movies and stuff like that, it is the strong theme of like sex and romance and
They're very
sexual
South American,
tension.
yeah.
and
They're very like
I really enjoyed
emotive people. We did like that, but I want to
You
come
like
back.
the sexual tension?
Yes, but I want to come back to more tension, and that's tension in the rusk industry.
Yes.
Where do you rate Omar rusks?
Okay, no. Okay, Omar rusks are the Mari biscuit of South African rusks. They are soft, They are. I remember they had like a revamped recipe or a new and improved recipe, and it was absolute trash.
Omar died, and then she didn't.
Yeah, they did what
She didn't even write her
Tim Cook
recipe
did
down.
with the iPhone after Steve Jobs died. When Omar died, the Rusks went downhill
I feel that's a homophobic joke.
because Tim Cook's gay.
I didn't say it. You're screaming it into a microphone.
It's good. I'm contingent on the quality of their product. It's
Sam
got nothing
just
to do with
wants your
sexuality.
job. Do you want your job at Espresso?
I just wanted the heat off me for a hot
can have
second.
So yeah, it's a terrible rusk. My favorite rusk has got to be, because I dunk it so, it has to be hard, it has to be absorbent, it's got to be firm, it's got to have the right density. It's gonna be
Are we still talking about rusks?
it's the money heist rusk review.
So you need quality in a rusk.
Yeah, you need a dense rusk. So my preference is Bocoma sliced. Always come back to that. It's hard to find, though. They don't actually stock it everywhere. But it fits really nice in your cup. You can stack them in, and then you get like really nice blocks of my Buddha tiramisu at the bottom.
Love
Okay,
it.
but I'm going to stop the rusk questions there because I feel like asking Grant about rusks is akin to asking a murderer about life.
Okay, what?
I mean,
What's wrong with that? I'm telling you. So then the next step is you take the crumbs
Here he
and then you
goes
pour
again.
the crumbs into the bottom of the cup, and it becomes like pronutro.
Two
Do
girls,
you
one
eat
cup.
pronutro? What about it?
Would you watch again?
No.
Okay.
So you have watched it?
Yes.
Chloe, what's
I
your...
was in high school when somebody said,
I've
"What?
never watched.
Don't watch Two Girls, One Cup. Don't watch Solid." It's one of the old people. It's not pleasant.
I think
Okay.
what you witnessed there, especially if you're watching the podcast and if you're listening, what you would have heard a bit of silence was Grant going through whether he should
Trauma.
not just the trauma, but whether he should potentially ruin his whole life and tell this story. So don't.
Yeah, there was a time when in the internet, you guys probably won't remember because you're younger than me, but like where people would just be like, "Watch this," and then you go like, "I guess this is a cool new thing that I need to know. I don't need to know that."
True.
Yeah, there was a time where that went down.
there was
Now
a lot
people
of-
there's a lot of content now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of overlap with pornography and cooking, and it was not
Oh.
good.
Oh, tell me about that.
Well, I'm currently struggling to beat an addiction, so I'd rather not.
A cooking addiction.
I wish.
Chloe wishes it weighs heavily on our relationship.
That you don't cook. Oh, the porn.
We're only teasing. Our relationship is already, I think, reaching its conclusion.
Yeah. I
So I get a few more episodes out and then we'll go our
Grant's
separate
actually
ways.
here as our mediator. So,
How does that make you feel?
Happy.
yeah, safe.
You,
It's
when
a
I look
safe
at you,
space.
Grant,
I feel trapped now.
well, get him in the box, Chloe. No, I feel like you're just a good human being.
That's not true. That is an oxymoron.
Okay, yeah, because humans aren't good. We're the best. And
No, what?
kill turtles, don't recycle, go to Miami and lose your mind. Dale.
Oh, Spanish.
Actually, no, that is Pitbull.
Oh, yes, okay, never mind.
It's a unique blend of Spanish and English.
Spanish.
And he's also my hero. Have you seen Pitbull with hair? I'm not joking.
No, he's good looking.
He's a snack.
Not that he's not good looking without it, but with hair, it's
Bald
just
lives matter. Mhm.
on another level. Yeah.
Should have done that take with the glasses. Wow! Whammy. Clodog. I mean... there we go. He tees it up and he hits it out of the park.
Pitbull, Clodog.
Yeah.
We've got the whole wolf gang in here.
Got the
What
whole
are your nicknames that your fiance gives you?
Don't think we can talk about it on this
Okay.
podcast.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Who's going to break it to her that you spell amber with an R and not an L?
Good question.
And you're gonna go, oh, a good one.
Yeah.
No, her name is actually Jessica, but she had like 5 or 6 Jessicas in her class, and her second name is Amble, which was her grand's name. So she just adopted Amble as her first name so that she wasn't confused with like the 40 other Jessicas in class, and it's kind of stuck. But Jessica Hinds sounds dope, so I don't know.
Amble Hinds.
No.
Sounds
You
like
do have to. I think you have to
ketchup.
think about that before.
Ambulance. Ambulance. Doesn't sound great, does it?
I think that's what you have to think about before you get into a relationship is the surname that you'd be
if
maybe adopting.
Well,
yeah.
you couldn't give any of your children a name that started with B because imagine they got called B Hinds.
yeah.
Guys, stick with the show. I promise we will.
I have heard this one before, so yes.
Okay,
but
fair
my
enough.
second name is Dennis.
That's one of the worst names. Dennis the Menace. Oh, jeez.
My grandfather was called Dennis, and then just my grandfather's namesake.
Just ask Samuel what his second name is.
What's your second name?
Flip! I forgot.
You laughed at me. Let's go.
I forgot I had such a poor one. My second name is Kester.
That's not bad. I was getting ready for a belly laugh.
But it has been dubbed, and this is what all my friends call me.
DJ Kester.
No, Kester the Molester. Yeah, that's not a fun nickname to be shouted at Spur while you're trying to enjoy a 2-for-1 deal. Hey, Kester the Molester. The kids are playing there.
Or when you're donating, come at the Red Cross Children's Hospital.
I feel when you're donating, it's not called cum anymore. It's called sperm or semen. You don't go to...
Look, you're speaking from experience here.
You don't go...
How much money did you make?
How many kids do you have?
I've been told I've got like B-grade semen. Because they're like, are they going to be hairy like you? They're like, that's not what the adoption agencies are after. So...
Is that how they grade?
Yeah.
The quality of semen?
How hairy are you? That's like the only prerequisite.
I always think that would be like height or tall or what your marks were. And I would just be bad.
No, none of that. Grant, come on.
For semen.
There's absolutely none of that. But it reminds me of one of my... Speaking about the linguistic ties of all these sorts of funny words that we pepper into everyday conversations. I was in grade 9, biology. And one of the questions is like, what is required for a female to have a child? And of course, the answer is sperm. The male sperm is required to mate with the egg. As you can probably tell,
Well, if you watch Jurassic
Welcome
Park,
to Algebra.
but if you watch Jurassic Park, nature finds a way.
Sure.
I haven't watched it.
And more on that.
So all the
he's
female
just gonna
dinosaurs
hijack.
could self-pregnate because that's actually a trait in nature.
And
But
that's
continue.
and that's the journey to an apex predator. Men are trash. Women run the world. Truly, they do.
No, the moral of the story is that we can't control nature. That's
Okay.
literally the moral of Jurassic Park.
I thought the moral there was women can control nature. We're just living in their worlds. Feminism.
That's Lemonade, the Beyonce.
Beyonce.
But no, the Jurassic Park morals are a little bit different.
Okay, fair enough. Who am I to argue with a man that has one of these? But anyway, so I'm there and I'm sweating bullets.
And I forgot you were still talking about this.
I'm sweating bullets in this biology class. I can't, because all that I have down, I've written cum. Because that's what I'm going to write as my answer. Because I can't work out what it's called.
How
And
old
it's
are you?
semen.
Oh, jeez.
I was 18. My
Samuel.
third crack at grade 9.
But it's technically correct. I wouldn't mark you
No,
down.
I'd say it's technically incorrect. I mean, ideologically, I'm understanding what's required.
Yes, but that's what exams are for. What did the teacher say?
Wrong. Okay. Well, you just, when they hand your paper back to you folded, and you're just like, oh. They're doing that to save you the embarrassment of your
No,
classmates.
you should have stood up
potentially-
in front of all 30 other students and said, "Sir, cum is also semen. Thank you."
You
And then
idiots.
sat down.
Yeah.
And then everybody would have laughed at you and you would have been bullied for the rest of your life.
Unbelievable.
Kiss to the
Sounds like me.
molester.
I had a really embarrassing moment. I used to have laughing fits at school. And we're like high school, which is not helpful, especially in the middle of assembly. And I went to Rondebosch, which was kind of like a
How's it, bro? Didn't know. Hey? Didn't know you were one of the southern brethren.
unfortunate.
You well?
What do you mean? You well?
I can tell you well.
I'm okay. Yeah.
I think this might be a generational gap.
Yeah, no,
I don't
otherwise you
know.
will.
Is that a joke from the school?
No, I went to SAC, so I'm saying I recognize real.
Like,
Just like
okay.
all boys trash. I see you. Mano e mano.
So I used to like laugh all the time at school and had a laughing fit. I walked into the music department once and I saw my friends there and I just had a spontaneous laughing fit. And I was wearing like khaki shorts and I started pissing my pants and looked down and found that hilarious. And
No, you literally pissed your pants.
yeah, big patch over my beige pants. All my friends who were very confused as to what was going on. And then me, because I was laughing at them, they had no context. Then I pissed my pants, I had no context. Then I laughed at the fact that I was pissing my pants. So I just laughed even harder and then just emptied
Empty the
my
tank.
bladder. Yeah, that was...
Wow.
Holy crap.
I
And
think that.
sorry, Chloe.
No,
no.
really.
Women run the world.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
No.
so I want to bring out some more concepts to mansplain to Chloe because, like we discussed, she doesn't understand everything.
What?
Anyway,
What?
no, we were trying to make that joke stick. It obviously didn't. Sorry, Chloe, to interrupt you. Continue as you
No,
were.
I literally forgot what I was going to say, but I did want to talk to you about Twitch.
Yes.
He just pissed his pants.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You don't remember that?
I pissed my pants. So anyway,
10 seconds ago?
enough of your shit
I
stories,
wet my
Grant.
pants? No? Okay.
What? Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Did people bully you about that subsequently?
No.
Wow.
I think if you
I got
just
bullied for many other reasons, but definitely not pussing my pants.
maybe if you just own it like that, like no one can take your power away from you.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. And it was objectively hilarious. So, like, how could I not laugh?
What happened after that?
I wet my pants entirely, so they just looked like I had wet my pants.
Did you lost property or?
No, I just go to the bathroom. Just run it out of the sink. I've got another story where I did that. So, have you guys ever had Butterfish?
Butterfish? What's that?
So we were talking about this off camera, yeah. But basically, Butterfish is this very oily fish. If you've ever had it, never order it. If you've never had it, you see it on the menu, don't eat it. Like a large percentage of people are allergic. Fortunately, I don't eat meat anymore because if I did back then, I would have avoided this horrible fate.
Meat is murder.
Yes, it is. I had 2 helpings of this.
The old Butterfish.
Of the old Butterfish, the Turkish delight from Narnia, our version in the world. It's really delicious. I'm not gonna lie, it's really delicious. But it gets you like this. And I took the train, farted all the way to college the next day. Walked 4 kilometers, literally walked from the station, just having a good fart. Just like, I feel good.
Like literally propelling you. What's your motive? How'd you get you? I farted.
God, this is like an hour of transit and all that stuff. And I got to college. I just sat down. I was like, something smells like shit. But I'm so glad it's not me. I didn't walk in shit. Only to find out that I had been farting, running, literally free running, shitty oil down my legs. Which it was disgusting. I basically cried in school.
No, I didn't laugh that time.
I didn't laugh. I was by myself. So here's the trick. It tricks you because oil, you can't feel oil. When it's like on your skin, it's not like water. If it was wet, I would feel wet. But oil doesn't feel wet. So it was just running down all my legs, just shit. And your sphincter cannot keep it down. So it's just...
Sorry about that.
It's running through your sphincter as you are holding it.
Sorry about that loud buzzing. That is actually our new ad and my new multi-level marketing scheme, Pyramid Plan. Check it out. I will be releasing more
Triangle
details. Plan. Fucking hell, I butchered it.
Do it again.
No. Pyramid Plan now.
It's a pyramid plan, which is not a pyramid scheme.
Stay away from triangle schemes. There we go. So, anyway, Chloe, we wanted to get to some more serious questions as well.
Oh, yes.
She's been chomping at the bit. Off you go, Chloe.
Yes. So like I was saying, I did want to ask you about Twitch.
Yes.
And I'm very new to Twitch. We should maybe consider getting into Twitch.
I think you should. You should have a podcast.
Like a 12-hour podcast. Because people stream for really long on there. Yeah.
I've streamed quite comfortably for 12 hours.
Quite comfortably. So you didn't eat any butterfish before that?
No, don't eat.
That would be mortifying.
How would you explain what is Twitch?
Twitch is
picture you're speaking to an idiot.
Okay.
Who knows nothing. Here we go.
You set yourself up for that one.
So it's a live streaming platform that predominantly focuses on gaming. It's owned by Amazon. It's the competition to YouTube. There are monetization options built in where people can donate and tip to you while you are streaming or broadcasting. And there are other categories like music. So a lot of musicians or filmmakers who are editing video or people editing photos will stream that process, and people will learn from watching the process or watch podcasts like this live and be able to donate through the duration of the recording or the live streaming.
Wonderful. I'm no longer an idiot, but thank you for that. That's fantastic. So would you say it's probably the most like creator friendly streaming platform at the moment?
No, YouTube is actually. I think YouTube is probably where a lot of people are going to be doing it soon. I think that Twitch has got a lot of... they've just been hacked. All our private information's leaked all over the internet. Kind of like Butterfish.
Messy.
But it's YouTube is probably the
Out of your
easiest way to
butt.
stream.
I'd like to just take a moment now to say, if there's anyone out there struggling, you're lonely, you're down on motivation, if Grant can come back from piss stains, diarrhea-riddled pants, and turn into one of the most entertaining people in South Africa, well, hey, there might just be hope for you too.
That was inspiring.
I've matured over this podcast.
You're deluded.
100%.
I've got lots of shit stories, which is great. That's kind of
Shit stories and shit stories.
yeah, but
It's ironic
He's
'cause
got the
we're-
shit stories. I got the shit stories.
And
shit.
together we have a shit show.
Hey,
Okay,
Come
well,
on, guys, bump the ratings up.
to end
bump 'em
this,
up.
like if you like this podcast, make sure that you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Any review helps,
Except the bad reviews. Those don't help.
don't they?
No.
engagement, baby.
Give us consider giving us a 5-star.
Exactly.
That's fair. That's
Exactly.
fair. I've got one last big question I want to ask Grant, and then we know we'll play our overrated, underrated, and kind of wrap things up. So here it is, Grant.
Yes.
And
Just check your audio is recording.
Yes, I've been checking it.
okay, like
Don't worry, yeah.
so in local South African news, a local South African has recently won 86 million rand.
What?
Oh, calm down, please. Playing the lotto or the Powerball, and she praised God for her luck.
Okay.
Basically, what I want to ask you, Grant, is when was the last time you were lucky? Because you have an unlucky looking face.
Samuel, that's really rude.
I'm going to tell you a very touching thing. I'm very lucky at the moment. We're fortunate to put down a transfer for a house. We got accepted for that. We're having a baby, my fiance and I, and we are very happy. And we just got engaged. So, like, I think this whole 2021 has really been very positive. Why are you crying?
It's so beautiful. I was just trying to make gagging jokes, and then you came on here and you changed my life. And I hope.
Samuel and I can cry.
Whoa,
with
no,
you.
Jesus, Chloe's literally.
Are you crying?
But Chloe's
You
got.
guys are crying?
I'm on my period. I love love.
And there's a great show on Amazon called Modern Love that you must watch.
Okay.
It's great.
Maybe we'll watch it tonight. Okay.
This is a part of the show that
You guys genuinely cry?
No, I'm epileptic.
Can epileptics cry on cue?
Can epileptics cry?
We're humans, Grant. We can do a lot of things. Never take us
Samuel.
for granted.
Okay. Overrated, underrated.
All right. This is a
Join in.
there we
He's got epilepsy.
Such a bright future, that boy. You know what they call
Yeah?
Afrikaans people that are epileptic?
Oh, no.
So epileptic.
No.
Yeah. Ge-epileptic.
No. What they call Afrikaans epileptics?
Geraas?
Skutter. That's a little Afrikaans joke that I have. Anyway, so overrated, underrated. It's just something we like doing at the end of the show. Apparently, I don't understand how it works, which is highly plausible. But are you familiar with the concept?
Of what?
We're going to give...
Yes, yeah, it's a shotgun. Yeah.
Give you a
Overrated,
word.
underrated. Must I explain?
No, it's fine. The listeners, I'm literally the only person that doesn't understand. But so I'll ask the questions. All right, overrated, underrated with Grant. Samsung.
Underrated.
Underrated. Okay. I'm plugging you there, sir.
Oh, yeah, no. I can so many exciting things. I'm a huge fan.
Are you one of those crazy people that is like, do you know how stupid you are for using Apple? Or are you kind of just more like a normal human being that
Look,
lets
I understand
people...
why people use Apple.
Okay.
But you definitely are sacrificing stuff. Especially there are leaks for next year's phone, the Ultra, that have come out. I don't know if you know AMD. This is very nerdy. So AMD developed the best chipsets in the world, for everybody listening who doesn't know this. And they have just developed the first mobile chipset for smartphones that has ray tracing in it, which is a way of rendering light for gaming. And the new
God.
Samsung S22 Ultra is rumored to have that chipset. And if it does, it's bonkers. But I know that chipset exists and I know they're working with Samsung with it because it'll be an Exynos chipset. Anyway, so
iPhone
again,
cinematic mode can go suck it.
Look, I've had a version of iPhone cinematic mode on my S21 Ultra for the last year. So
Zing.
yeah, so when they came out with it, I was like, wait, you can do like it's something very similar. It's not the same, but
I mean, I always thought Simba made the best chips, but moving on.
Simba beef chips, and they're vegan, and they're really good.
The beef chips are vegan.
Yeah,
Wrap your head around that.
But the salt and vinegar ones aren't.
South Africa.
Food companies.
Omar Rusks.
Yes. What about him?
Overrated, underrated. We still play.
Overrated. Sorry.
Overrated as fuck. Yomar. Right. Pokemon.
Sure. Hard one. I think they're overrated.
Wow.
Hot
I did not
take.
expect that. That is a hot take.
Yeah, and the different contexts. I think right now they're definitely overrated because the value of the cards are so high.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I've said
Low
that.
gang and the boys. Ugh. This is a bit of a personal one, but one that I'll cherish. Mike Wright, overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
Oh, that's sweet. I thought you might be rude about him, but nice. Wholesome.
Read about him.
What a dick.
If you are looking for someone in the social media game, go check out Mike Wright. And then finally, and you can provide a bit of context to this, Elgato.
Oh, underrated. Okay, so you brought in all my brands that I work with, which is great.
What? Is it really?
So Elgato is a company that I've done work with for a long time. I used to buy a lot of their products before I started working with them. And they make like the pinnacle of streaming and content creation gear. And it's like everything that they produce is just amazing. It just works. And if you know what it's like with content creation, like sometimes tech fails, it just like whatever, and like you don't need that. What you want to have that barrier of entry completely obliterated, and Elgato are great at that. And it's not just for gamers. They make a lot of products for gamers, but they're owned by Corsair now, which is a gaming peripherals company. But they like what they produce for general content creators, their ring lights, their key lights, their face cams. It's all for excellent. Like face cams would be amazing for this space.
Yeah.
Well, you heard that here. Well, not first. I'm sure he plugs it. Well, because it's a good product. But Grant, that's where we're going to leave it. So I just want to...
You're going to leave it on an ad?
On an ad, yes.
There's so much you could leave it on.
Well, there's been a lot said. So I want that kind of people just to kind of relax towards the end of the show. No, really, thank you for coming on. Thank you for bearing with us. And thank you for bringing this dinosaur.
Wonderful Thank you.
Where can we find you because there's so much exciting stuff about Grant that we haven't even touched on, mainly because I'm a terrible host. But there's so much going on in your life, and I want people to be able to access that.
So I'm active pretty much everywhere. So TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all under just Grant Hinds.
Discord.
Nah.
No, Chloe, wake up over there.
You're so fucking rude.
Yay, Grant.
At least someone called me out.
And you've got Better App coming out soon.
Yes.
We can pre-register, right?
You can. Just double check that that's working.
Oh, okay.
But you can pre-register. But stay tuned until the end of the year. Can't say. I'm not allowed to say anything more.
Chloe,
Exciting.
hit him with the sign-offs. Hit him
Yeah.
with the sign-offs.
Grant, thank you so much for coming and for recording with us twice. It really has been amazing. Like, comment, subscribe, go follow Grant, follow us, and we'll see you guys next
You
week.
do this, it's
It means I love you.
there we go.
Yes.
A man of
Language.
culture. Bye.
Bye.